Well, good evening and welcome to another episode of Holy FaceTime. I know it's late in the evening and I usually do these videos during the day, but um, I just couldn't resist doing one tonight because it's, Mary, the mother of the church. And I just, what can more be said about the love of Mary and that she has for the church? And I just want to, I just want to share with you a little bit what happened to me today. I had the grace and privilege of attending a beautiful mass in town uh, for the Queenship Sisters, who are they're Ottawa-based, Ottawa, Ontario-based Sisters of Nuns that they so reflect the beauty of our Lord. It's just incredible. These women are just so incredible, and Mother Bernadette, who leads these beautiful young ladies. She had she has a real devotion to the Holy Face in a different way. She's really devoted to the shroud because she came about through a conversion um, through the shroud, and that was her conversion story, which led her to found these Queenship Sisters, who are just, like I said, they're just extraordinary nuns who, if you've ever met them, their faces just emanate the countenance of our Lord. There's so many of them. I can close my eyes and I can picture them all smiling because they're such beautiful young ladies in love with our Lord. And so anyway, the Mass is their feast, one of their feast days that they do in honor of Our Lady, and they processed a crown up through the main um, through the main church and up, and they had these young scouts who put the crown on Our Lady, crowning her as Our Lady, Queen of the church, and of course Queen of us, Queen of the apostles, and Queen of the universe. And it was just a glorious celebration. We had the Archbishop of Ottawa celebrating. We had the bishop, auxiliary bishop there, and we had the papal nuncio for there as well, plus about 20 priests all celebrating. It was just a glorious celebration. And that when one of the sisters sang the Ave Maria, my soul was just lifted to heaven. I could, oh man, if I could levitate, I would have been up in the clouds. It was just one of the most beautiful renditions of the Ave Maria I ever heard. That just, brought me to tears, really. Anyway, so I wanted to share with you something else from we have the Magnificat missal. I don't know if most of you use that or if you have a different missal, but the meditation of the day today was Behold Your Mother, and I wanted to share that with you. And so here goes. See Mary's total unity with the will of God. In this respect, she bore the consequence of sin in union with her Son, our Lord. She beheld her Son, and she is holding the church. She is our mother of perpetual help. She is total, continuous help, always for others. She is the mother of all graces. There is nothing she would not do for us, nothing which she cannot obtain for us from God. She gave us Jesus. She gave us the source of grace. So why would she not give us the continual gift of grace? More than any other creature, she is given to us by God to lead us to God. Mary received Jesus corporally into her home here on earth. It is right and just that God would take her corporally to his eternal home. Devotion to our Blessed Mother is a powerful means of grace for us because of her intercession for us and because of the great efficacy of her prayers. Is there anything she would not ask from her divine Son? Is there anything he would deny to her if she was asking? We receive so much through Mary's intercession. Jesus is our Lord And Mary is Our Lady. She takes total care and responsibility for us. She as happily exercises this dignity and responsibility. How does Mary feel towards us? Our Blessed Mother would take us in her arms and tell us that she loves us more than anyone else because we love her Son. This is what she wants most, that everyone would love her Son. During your during your prayer, go to Mary and have a heart-to-heart talk with her. If we put our life in her hands, if we really and truly ask for her help, we can be sure that we will never get into any serious trouble because she will provide before we even know it. Only in heaven will we know how many mistakes we avoided, how many accidents we avoided, how many sins we did not commit because she was with us, helping us, imploring us, giving so much to us out of the goodness of her heart. And this by servant of God, Ida Peterfy? Peterfy. Name I've never heard before. Anyway, beautiful reflection, and I can testify that certainly in my own life, whenever I've prayed the rosary for a certain thing, when we prayed a novena to Our Lady, so many miraculous things have happened in our life, like just obtaining this home when we moved here. We did a novena, and well, it was a twofold novena. We did one to St. Joseph to sell our house after we acquired this place because there was a conditional sale. And that like we did the novena to St. Joseph, and our house sold in 33 days. It was totally miraculous. And when we bought this place, the whole thing was a miraculous adventure. And our good friends at Marian Devotional Movement, our good friend Dennis, he was at that time he was into the real estate business, and he helped us to acquire this beautiful land and this house. And we had our hearts set on a dollar figure, and it was impossible. It was virtually impossible because all the odds were stacked against us. The price was $100,000 more than what we had bargained for. And I kept insisting and praying with Dennis, and I kept saying, Dennis, I said, it has to have uh, a number 33 in there to recognize the 33 years of our Lord's life. And I had a dollar figure in mind. It was 233,000, and they were asking over 300,000. And it's a long story. I won't go too far into it, but it's so miraculous. On the last day of, they held out for weeks, and they told us no, there's no way that they were going to sell the house to them. And when we told them that we wanted to, our son was becoming a priest, and that we wanted to do something special with the land, they they kind of went, oh, okay, maybe, okay, but you're still not asking enough, or you're still not asking our price, right? So it ended up, I was reading at that time, it was the doctors of the 33 doctors of the church. Now I think it's like 35 or 38. I can't remember what it is now. But at the time I was reading that, and I said to Dennis, I said, look, it's 33 doctors of the church. And then I picked up the book on Josephus, and I said, look, in here it says our Lord died on April 3rd, 33 A.D. Our, or 30, yeah, 33 A.D. Anyway, in the year 33, right? So that he was 33 years old and he died on April 3rd. That's right. Okay. So and just as I said that, the phone rang, and the people on the other end said, "Tell your clients they got the house, and we'll give them your price." So it was totally miraculous, and praying to Mary, and just trusting in her that everything would go through. And I share these thoughts, but now and I just look back and I go on, like, how did we ever do that? And there's no that where we could have done that on our own. It was only through divine intervention, and there's no way that we could have ever afforded this property if it had not been for Mary to intercede for us and to help us to buy this property. So just a few thoughts to leave you with, and I know that the Queenship sisters, they also live by that divine providence. They live totally in submission to our Lord's will, and they entrust everything to me. And there's been so many miraculous things that have happened to the Queenship sisters as well. And I'd love to get into that another time. I'd love to be able to share Mother Bernadette's story on here someday. Maybe I'll get a chance to interview her or something. Anyway, God bless for now. Take care. Have a beautiful evening. Blessed be his holy name. And thank you for watching Holy Feast Time. God bless. Bye bye now.